We had a letter of intent for $1.5 million. And during the exit process, after the letter of intent, an update called the Helpful Content Update came in, and everyone's been slapped. For the next 5 months, I spent a lot of time trying to recover these sites because we were kind of like gaslit into believing that was possible. Like, that was fine anyway. And so after that, got more into software, became more of a SaaS general marketer. The good thing about HCU was that it forced me to become a better marketer and to find ways to drive traffic when it became more difficult to just drive organic top of funnel traffic.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Want to attract and convert more leads? Want to learn how digital PR, branding, and SEO can establish and build your brand identity? Welcome to the Market Movers Building Brands and Links with Linkify podcast. We answer these questions and help you ramp up your brand visibility and credibility. Let's cut through the noise and make your business the talk of the town. We're your hosts, Nick and Chris. Let's get this show on the road.
Welcome to the Market Movers podcast. Today we are joined by the legendary Jamie IF, a good friend of mine and Nick's, and one of the sharpest minds in digital marketing. Welcome to the show, Jamie.
Hello, hello, hello. What an intro. You don't get that very often. I need to do this podcast more often.
Jamie, thanks for coming on. I think for anyone in the SEO space, they're familiar with who you are, but anyone who's not in that space, maybe give us a quick intro.
Yeah, I'm a washed up SEO. I used to do a lot of affiliate stuff. We used to make a lot of money. We were on the way to exiting. We had a letter of intent for $1.5 million, and I thought, it's my fault, right? I was walking around like I was liquid, like it's in the back of my pocket, walking around like I'm a multi-millionaire, whatever the fuck it would have been. And during the exit process, after the letter of intent, an update called the Helpful Content Update came in around August, September 2023. And so when you check your search console and you suddenly see things drop off, you think, oh, it's delayed data, doesn't worry. Then you find out there's a core update or whatever it was, Helpful Content Update, and everyone's been slapped, and that's quite worrying. Now, originally, and this was the most frustrating part, was that for the next 5 months, I spent a lot of time trying to recover these sites because we felt it was possible. We were given all of these signals by Google's communications team that it was possible. You just had to do the right thing, which is frustrating because we'd built our sites to do the right thing the whole way. We could have gone and done the dirtier stuff that I'm doing a lot more of now, but we chose not to because we wanted to build a proper brand and we wanted to compete on quality and content, and we were kind of gaslit into believing that was possible. Now we realize how untrue that actually is, that we can behave more entrepreneurially and based on what works rather than what we hope works, and that's a big change. But yeah, so I was an affiliate SEO. We didn't get the exit, unfortunately, but I did fine, don't worry, I was fine anyway. And so after that, got more into software, became more of a SaaS general marketer. The good thing about HCU was, I think a lot of people that weren't good marketers were making so much money that you never had to become a good marketer. Because when you can get faceless traffic onto a page, ads, no action required, or an affiliate click, only one level of the funnel required, and then you're not responsible because the merchant takes care of the rest of the transaction. You don't actually have to be that good. You just have to be good at driving top of funnel traffic. You don't have to be good at funnels and conversions and sales processes and multi-channel brand building. And so the good thing, even though it was painful, was that it forced me to become a better marketer and to find ways to drive traffic when it became more difficult to just drive organic top of funnel traffic. So since then, now we purchased a keyword research tool called Answer Socrates. We added some more things like keyword clustering onto that. It's grown about 50% in the last month. It's finally showing some good results. I think we're going to start making some money soon, boys. There we go. It makes more than the dev costs now. So we've got engineers and stuff on that. And the main projects being my history in affiliate marketing, and so transitioning from being an affiliate to being an affiliate manager. We ran and still do run a boutique agency to help fast-growing VC-funded companies scale their partnerships channel. They need product market fit. A lot of people make the mistake of doing affiliate before you've started scaling. It's a growth lever, it doesn't find you product market fit. And used all the automations we built from running that agency to now start Endorsely for a full SaaS tracking solution. It's free up to $1,000 for anyone that wants to use it, as well as now the craziest thing happened after, right? So there's this one niche bit in Endorsely called the Affiliate Finder, and it finds affiliates promoting your competitors and high view content creators on Google, YouTube, Reddit, all of these stuff to you should go and talk to these people because they're probably going to help transform your business, right? And we kept getting emails and that from people that were I don't want to integrate with your Stripe connection to track it, I just want the recruitment. So I ran a little test. And the test was, we'll spin that one feature out as a standalone SaaS. You'll get that one feature, not all the 10 others in the main thing, and it's double the price of the whole thing. And will they buy just the one thing for double the price? And some people wanted it. So, for example, now we've got some, I'll tell you off camera, like $25 billion companies running it, like huge companies that use just the affiliate recruitment tool. It's called affiliatefinder.ai. To just find affiliates, and we enrich your email, their emails. I think we're the only ones that do YouTube email enrichment at scale, so you don't have to break all the captures and select which is the aeroplane and which is the dog eating a fucking pig, and all this other stuff. And so yeah, that's what we focus most on now, like affiliate tech.
That's awesome. So you had a potential big exit, which you said it's fine. So that's good, but SEO and putting up pages and driving this easy top of funnel traffic and making money, the appeal of that was very low investment costs, low upfront costs. You've now moved into the software space, and we spoke before we came on. It's a lot more expensive, and I guess the time frame to profitability is longer. So you want to talk to us a little bit about that?
Well, there's two ways of doing it, right? You can vibe code something in a weekend and stick a landing page up in a Stripe checkout and see how it goes, which is fine if you want to test market demand. Or you can accept that SaaS is going to go to zero as the costs and barriers fall to zero. And like the prompting gets to a better thing every 6 months. GPT-5 comes out today or tomorrow. Like, this is like, everything will get more and more difficult, and specialized coding models will get better and better. Like, a lot of our coding is not written by hand anymore. But what people get wrong is that, like, it's not a reason to spend less on engineering and cut teams. It's a reason to spend more and like win. Because yes, there'll be small entrants. Yes, the $19 a month SaaS rate is kind of like, anyone can compete. You haven't got much margin or much stuff. But if you want to go enterprise, you can build more powerful more than ever. And really, like, if you can scale your ABM sales and GTM strategy for like organic SEO and cold outbound and things like that with a more powerful, fast moving product, there's more opportunity than ever, and you can build more than ever. Like, a lot of things we're building into Affiliate Finder for filtering affiliates for really good fit ones, so that we show you the really good ones that can transform your business, filter out all the ones that might be competitors, but they're ranking in the SERPs. And so without more intelligent filtering, you can't discern between a competitor and an affiliate. Now you can do all of these things at scale and save weeks of time, but you can only do that with like top engineering talent that know how to find the fundamentals, like the first principles thinking underneath that to find innovative solutions. And so in my opinion, it's a reason to spend more, not less. And that's how we're operating. That being said, the difference in those two business models, vibe coding at a weekend and engineering, is tens of thousands of dollars a month, right? And so you like, it's expensive, and we've been hemorrhaging money for the last few months, but in service of a bigger goal. The market is validated. We think the upside is 8 to 9 figures, and that's what we're going for. And you have to be in it to win it. We've seen evidence of these tools and big, like, eventual affiliate networks doing 100 million a year and having high 9-figure valuations. And so you've got to be in it to win it. And I do think that we're doing something innovative, and we're using AI in a way that people aren't. And we don't have technical debt, which a lot of the 10-year-old companies have, which makes it slower to innovate on this. And so it's not a reason to spend less, but it is a reason to keep lean. Like, the future of powerful engineering and marketing and GTM teams and things like that is not your standard head engineer, 3 people, owning each thing. Like, your future thing is single, like, find the 3 KPIs that matter. Like, in data science, it's just like referral K factor in an app, or like, like quality of responses from an AI chatbot or something like that, right? And one person should own those. And I'm really, really, really like serious about, and I bore everyone by saying this on the team all the time, but like, one person should have one KPI and be world class at it, and find which of those like specific levers that you can pull are game changing, which one don't fucking matter, let the fires burn, and then those specific things that could be life changing for the business, focus on those. And I think what it has changed with like building like bloated teams versus not, and why you should hire more engineers instead of less, is that you can focus on, as long as you've got the product, and the TAM supports the actual, like, if you pour gasoline on this fire, it's profitable. You need to, like, if you can find those few things that are life changing and can propel your business to 10 million plus in annual revenue, you have to just get extremely talented people to do narrowly focused jobs that they can be 100x engineers with now because of AI augmenting them. Get rid of the bloated teams that slows down product development, and then just scale. And you can do that now with AI much better. It's not this one click and everything comes, SaaS is over, though that will happen over time. And the moat is data and historical performance and network effects. And so, for example, with Endorsely, it's free. but it's free because if you invite all your affiliates in, they're in our network, and now that's a valuable network that you can vibe code that platform in a weekend, but you don't have a million affiliates in your network. And so like the only moat, and SaaS will go down. Enterprise is a lot longer than consumer level SaaS, but network and data, historical data that is not replicable in an LLM data set is the only real moat in SaaS over the next few years.
I think focusing on enterprise is a great idea because you're eliminating everyone who's vibe coding. 'Cause you're not going to vibe code a platform that does enterprise. But when I think about enterprise, I think about like funded companies, and you guys are bootstrapped, correct?
Yeah, like if someone came and offered a load of money, I would change my tune, but for the moment, we're bootstrapped.
Are you competing against companies that are funded?
Yes, in a lot of cases. And a lot of just high revenue, like legacy businesses that have had 10 years experience. They're not innovating, but they've just got deep industry contacts and they have high ARRs to be able to and a lot of these are annual contracts, right? So even if you come and build something like the switching costs, there's a manager that's got deep contacts over 5 years. So the switching is not that common, especially when you're talking 5, 6, 7K a year contracts for these more like enterprise software that we're trying to compete with them with. So there is like an inertia there for sure, and bigger budgets, and we have to be nimbler and faster, and we are being nimbler and faster, but you have to be able to sell to fund it all at the same time, right?
Yeah. The good thing about being bootstrapped is the exit is bigger for you, I think. Like you don't have to get to that same multiple as if you've given away a portion of your company.
Yeah, and I think like even though we didn't get the exit, having all of the cash that we made from the revenues when they were good, like when we were making $80,000 a month, like I didn't spend much of it. To my detriment, we should have invested more in the brand, but I was too scared, and I hadn't run a business like that before, so I was pretty timid with the investments. And so we had this big pile of cash. And what that lets you do is be like, unless you're at like, I'd say $1 million liquid, your mindset and business strategy is mostly on defense because you are constrained by your risk tolerance. Your risk tolerance is based on like your chances of going broke. And the more cash you have, the more you can play on offense and take longer term bets and things like that. We weren't at $1 million in cash. We weren't far off it. And what it meant was that we could get out of like, I say scarcity, like, oh, we can't make this investment and go faster, even though we'd like to because we're constrained, which is a negative of bootstrapped, versus a funded company that could take all of these long-term bets and do more things like that. So we were able to go quicker on a lot of things because we had cash. But most people doing that can't do that unless you take funding, and so I fully understand the chance. And also like they call it like opium, like OPM, other people's money, and that's always nicer when you don't play with your own money, right? It is like just opium.
What's interesting is you've talked about time frames. So SaaS will go to zero. Enterprise SaaS has maybe got longer. So you're building in the affiliate space as well, which again is a space which has been heavily affected with like organic Google search traffic. So what's your view on the affiliate space now, its short-term future, and then overall for like you building and getting out in terms of time frame?
Yeah, so recommendations will never go away. Google search is going to become restricted and Google is going to become the affiliate, and ChatGPT have said that they want to do affiliate performance-based things rather than ads if they can. And it's gonna, and TikTok Shop is its own, like it's probably the biggest affiliate program in the world, probably as big as Amazon now. But if you're just thinking about affiliate, yeah, it's gonna it's niche. There's lots of paid ads, there's lots of stuff, but the influencer market is going to be 50,000 times bigger and is already. Like affiliate and influencer are becoming one and the same. Like when we run affiliate programs now, it's very, very rare to get an affiliate only deal anymore. They want money. It's basically, so what you do now, if you're doing a paid ads affiliate, you can give them something called an EPC guarantee, an earning per click guarantee. So if you're sending traffic to an info product or a Nutra funnel, and you're trying to get someone to send their ads to you instead of a competitor with a product market fit, you can say, okay, you've been getting $1.70 earning per click here. We will guarantee, no matter what the conversions are, to give you $1.70, and then you basically mitigate their risk. So even if it doesn't convert, they don't lose, to make it the risk and opportunity cost not as bad, so that they'll give you a chance on your offer and see if it works. And the same thing when you work with an affiliate now. If it's a YouTuber, for example, and they know they can do whatever on affiliate from another offer that's proven, what you can do is just give them a sponsorship, $500 guaranteed, and then you get affiliate on the back end. That way, the level of guaranteed investment is what the variable from affiliate is, and you've mitigated their risk because it's variable based on conversion rates on a limited number of clicks and view data. And so it's very rare now to get affiliate only unless you've got a crazy proven offer. just because like bloggers more so because there's with AI you can put a blog post up in a few minutes, but with a YouTube video it's going to take you the whole afternoon to record it. And so the affiliate and influencer spaces are converging anyway, where it's CPM deals rather than just CPA deals, and they're converging, especially on TikTok and things like that, where there's not as much click attribution. It's mostly CPM deals now. And so the affiliate and influencer space is very much converging. There's also referral marketing, which is, turning your customers into referral partners where it might not be straight affiliate cash, but free credits, free months. You get half the money, your friend gets half the money. It's like word of mouth based things and monetizing your customers and helping them increase your K factor for app virality. And so the word of mouth referral game is going nowhere. The influencer game is exploding. Affiliate is becoming something else. And so if you're building software that accounts for all of these things, it is more influencer focused, which we're trying to build for with our software now, to just focus on TikTok and Instagram and LinkedIn for who the future affiliates. And I think the affiliates will become smaller and smaller and become more personal and more personal. There's, for example, the guy who got kicked out of Brewdog. He started a referral thing, which is actually very interesting. I wish I thought of the idea, to be honest. He has this thing where you have all your customers and you use his software, and you have a certain CPM amount. And if they post anything that features your products, if you're a dog food company, you might post, oh, look at this dog food I got for Fido. I can't wait till he has it, whatever. And they'll give you guaranteed CPMs, and it goes to all of your customers, and you turn your customers into they might only have 500 Instagram followers, but those are 50,000 times more valuable, not literally, like 10 times more impactful, because that's your mate. That's not an influencer. It's so real. And so we're entering a real age of authenticity for this stuff. And if you could help brands get into that, which is the next growth angle, then you'll be fine. And there'll be more and more and more. So yes, legacy affiliate through Google search is going to have a sticky time. It's so profitable 5 years ago that even being kneecapped, it's still very profitable. But I understand the sentiment on, the trajectory. But the influencer referral customer advocacy game is going nowhere. If you're building for them, I think you'll be fine.
You mentioned ChatGPT was going this direction as well, referral instead of ad, or affiliate instead of ad. How do you see that playing out? And how could, if you're a brand, how should you be thinking about that?
Well, the best offer will win. When we talk to affiliate management clients, we don't just tell them, yes, this is the ROI based on direct sales that we can help affiliates drive for you. A big focus of that is you need to be thinking of this not just in terms of revenue, but what all of these brand mentions from advocates talking about you that you've incentivized them to post by giving them a potential commission will do for your brand presence. Now, obviously, the obvious stuff is branded search and what you can do via things like that. I think a lot of SEO should be transferred from just straight content budgets to paid ads budgets, just based on top of funnel to increase branded search, and that can have a bigger impact on your actual SEO traffic, as long as all your content is locked in and you've built the right links and stuff, than actual doing more content or more technical SEO work, because it's like a brand game. You have to be everywhere. And in the same way, if you've got lots of people polluting LLM training data with LinkedIn posts, TikTok reels that are transcribed and stolen by ChatGPT's scraping, podcasts, which are a heavy source of LLM training data. TikTok is a huge source of training data. Reddit, which is a huge source of LLM training data and doesn't even index properly anymore because there's a direct deal to harvest that data. The resultant effects, if you incentivize those brand mentions via an affiliate and influencer program, are an outsized future appearance upon weighting of LLM results in ChatGPT, in Perplexity, and there's types, right? AI overviews are pretty primitive. Mostly, if you feature in listicles, that'll eventually lead to you getting an outsized, chance of appearing in a thing. LLMs is more long-term approach, because you have to infect training data to semantically put you close to the brand. Jamie IF is the best SEO, means that more SEO things that are more, tightly linked semantically is more likely to surface you with regards to your niche. In the same way, affiliatefinder.ai is the best affiliate recruitment tool, or Linkify is the best digital PR agency, is going to help you, directly tie that together. And the more things you can have that tie those things that are more closely on a vector search to do that, the better you're going to be and more likely you're going to do over time with these sort of eventual searches that become a thing. An interesting piece of research that came out recently on RRF sort of found the ways that ChatGPT is currently putting together recommendations. And when you ask it what is the best PR agency, digital PR agency in the UK or in Greece or in Dubai or whatever, right? And the interesting thing that came from that was that when you type one thing, is actually searching 15, 16, 17 keywords related to that niche. Best PR agencies, best digital PR agencies, digital PR agency reviews, to form this whole thing, like how to choose a PR agency. And so, and then uses a weighted system where a ranking 1 might be worth 0.1 and a rank 5 might be worth a 0.04 or something. But if you consistently rank number 5 across all these different terms, your overall weighting for a weighted system can make you the number 1 result. And so you just need to be omnipresent. And that doesn't mean it has to come from your website. Because if you have those mentions on scraped data from the other websites ranking, that can also impact how heavily you feature in these recommendations, which basically gives credence to parasite SEO is another strategy to be able to get more of that, not just for the AI overviews, but also as a system for current, especially on Bing's index, which ChatGPT primarily used, getting more data in there so that the amalgamation features more of you. And all of that links back to when I tell people, don't just think of revenue from your affiliate program, think about all the other things. But you can take up 5 more of the top 50 articles across 16 keywords, how that affects you on an overall score. And it does also give a lot of credence to topical authority in covering your niche, because if you are taking up a lot of the top 10, 20 spots for a lot of these different keywords, you are, based on this current, and they may change the algorithm, this RRF scale that they're doing to calculate a weighted average across all of these different keywords, more likely to be surfaced in a big way on current LLM training, LLM results, not training data. Training data is a whole different long-term play for, advocacy across all platforms. And so that's what I see. Regarding the affiliate or not affiliate, a brand that's doing that already is more likely to be a brand with product market fit to invest in marketing budgets to be able to do all of these things. And I think ChatGPT recognizes there's going to be some abuse. And the pie in the sky, like conspiracy theory, but if you're proven to convert and can do all of this stuff, I think they'd take your money if it converts. It allows them to, it depends on the tech as well. Google's wanted to do affiliate for 20 years, but it's just never really been like within systems. So they have to just sell you ads instead. It's also good short term. I think that they always wanted to do affiliate all along, which is why they've been dinging like certain comparison sites since the early 2000s. And I do think that the feature of everything is a performance-based model, and like companies are going to be forced to adapt to that because more and more other like ad inventory people are willing to work on these because they are, with AI now, sufficiently optimized to be able to do that and like have lower entry costs to do that. A small business doesn't want to pay $1,000 a month for local SEO ads for their plumbing business, where they will take performance if they know their lead cost. I think that's where it will just trend over time, and just to get massive volume and to have less barriers for people who want to spend ads.
Well, I agree. And to go back to your earlier point as well about the current like state of the large language model algorithms and being visible by being multi-platform, building a brand and being surfaced within those recommendations. But like you said, you touched on one thing which I thought was really interesting about LLM training data being a different beast. So this is really interesting. When you're searching in, let's say, ChatGPT, and you connect to the internet, it'll do a it will do a live web search. But then if you don't connect, it's obviously relying on its training data. How do you see those two elements playing out in the short to long term with large language models in general?
Well, we know they mostly use Bing's index for now, so you can just see where you rank on Bing. If you understand the way that it's searching, Perplexity's is actually quite similar, which is interesting. Someone exposed what they're doing on the back end and how it's really bad, like if you're not a big brand, because they've got, like, you know how Google has seed sites, like that are like better sources of links, or if your links from there, it's a better trust signal. Perplexities is like straight, like if it's one of these brands, give it massive, like, and no one else is allowed in unless we exhaust that list. So like it's really like not democratic. But like, yeah, and so like if like, and the ChatGPT RRF model that is scoring these is available. There's a Turkish SEO who published a really good blog post on it recently that talks about like how they're doing this with the different weighted signals. So if you learn that, you know what you need to do. The answer's there. We've seen that it's exposed the algorithm. But that is a web search based thing, but that sort of suggests that being omnipresent, even if it's in the 5th position, not the first, will outscore one first position for the main result. And so you just need to have all the digital PR agency keywords if you're a Linkify or a FactJoe or anything else like that as well, to get all of those, right? For me, with Affiliate Finder, I would need to be at best recruitment tools, best affiliate software, how to grow your affiliate program, how to find affiliates for your SaaS, how to find e-commerce affiliates, and then make sure you're there, best SaaS affiliate program, whatever, like all these little things. Even if I'm not number one, even if I'm not getting many clicks, that could be enough to see me through in the AI thing. So when people are saying like SEO and GEO are the same, I'm like, well, it's not. And I also know for a fact that I speak to people doing enterprise deals, and huge enterprise companies are not able to sign off on big budgets because procurement are going, is this SEO? And they're not able to prove it is. So all these people going, why are you starting a GEO agency? Is to get past procurement in enterprise SEO contracts because they are seen as internally as like different enough that you have to set up a second agency to get those contracts. So they are different, even if it's just for sales. And so like, yes, SEO is the baseline. Like if you rank fifth for everything at the moment, like it's a pretty good signal for LLM rep like stuff. But it is a very different type of SEO because when ChatGPT becomes bigger than Google, but Google is and being at the fundamental sources of this, you have to play the shit game to get into the good game, and that is a very different style of SEO than like the current one. And so when people are going, "Oh, Geo, it's only whatever percent," I'm like, okay, like Tesla's a small part of the market of cars, but I think I know which one I'd rather invest in for the future. Like,
But so far, we've talked about like those head terms like best PR agency, best affiliate software platform. Those like when we look at that, we don't show up. We're a small agency. It's favoring the big agencies that have won a lot of awards. We can look at that list. We know some of them don't even do digital PR in house. We had I think 2 of them reach out to us to white label. So it's a bit of bullshit. But ChatGPT is quickly becoming one of our top referral sources. Like, we're looking at the calls where sales calls are booking, and ChatGPT is frequently listed as a source. So we know people are finding us through deeper research. Do you have any ideas around how to do, how to be discovered, like maybe in like the jobs to be done, or when people are doing the research along the buyer journey, not just on the head terms?
yes, so again, it proves the efficacy of topical authority and creating content on the topics, not like, so if you type in best affiliate software, that's the one I know I'm going to get sales and leads from. But now I have to create content on other things related that might be similar that an AI would search. You can look in the chain of thought to try and find these sorts of things, but it's actually hidden most of the time. And so you can also ask it like, what would you search around this topic, and then try and create content on these, which are actually good content ideas, and they might not have any content created for them, so it can be a chance to leapfrog before everyone catches up to this. The second thing is to see what other sites you can get published on that you know are going to be referenced in this, and get yourself ranked number 1 on the listicles. You can use affiliatefinder.ai to search your keywords and find all the affiliates ranking on the first few pages to see which ones you can do to not just make sales, but to influence the search engines to make you seen the best option. And so that's another thing as well. It's also a great source of links, and it's a part of a parasite and affiliate strategy that can work really well. So that would be one of the first thing you do is you lock up your placements, try and get as many of them to make sure that your weighting is the highest. You can measure that through share of voice from some of these more advanced platforms. Second thing is to do your brand entity, and like it's boring, but like schema, for example, like if you type in best free keyword research tools, you won't just get the organic results of the paid ads. You'll also get from sources around the web, and it will be this 4x4 grid of brands like SEMrush, Ahrefs, and they will have their own and you click on it, you go to their knowledge panel. They have done the sufficient brand entity building under the hood so that they are now seen as a reference for that term of free keyword research tool. Answer Socrates doesn't have one yet, but this is exactly what we're working on. I'll explain that. Firstly, standard stuff. Get your G2, get your app, get your product hunt launch, get Capterra, Trust Radius, and all those high DR seed sites that you can get listings on that a real company would do. Get your software application schema built, or for your particular niche, it will be a different type of schema that then talks about your price, your product, your features, and things like that for your software application. Get your organization schema using, your G2, LinkedIn, Twitter, Product Hunt, and everything else. Then use that to submit it to Wikidata once you've got 2 PR things. If you don't have 2 PR things, then the 2 people that will sort it out are in front of you right here. And get your 2 PR mentions for notoriety for Wikidata. Don't submit the Wikidata yourself. Pay someone on Legit or Upwork to do it for you so that you don't get banned for submitting it for yourself. Once you have a Wikidata that sticks, and if it sticks for 3 to 4 weeks, it will stick forever, then you'll officially be in the knowledge graph. You won't have a knowledge panel, but you are in the runnings for it. Within that, now you are a more powerful beast. Now, I can't prove this affects anything but ChatGPT, but I think it does for Google. And so there's not just people searching the AI mode on ChatGPT, there's also Google's AI mode, and that can be a helpful thing if you have a deeper brand entity built for the same sorts of things. That'll be step number 2. Step number 3 is do all the other things. Do your Facebook ads, build a really trusted brand. Make sure that everyone's searching for you organically. Do all of the sales stuff you need to do and just do all of the things. And that sounds so simplistic, and it's absolutely not, and it's not very helpful. But like, it's about being everywhere. It's about being omnipresent, and that in itself leads to more opportunities for your customers to become referrals and post about you on TikTok and post about you on Instagram and do all the other things like that. That then affects future LLM training data. So it's not just a web search, but actually based on more scraped billions of parameters of data. More of those include Affiliate Finder is the best affiliate recruitment tool, or variations of it, which in a vector search means that you are the only way, like the only game in town. And so that's what I would do. That's what I'm currently trying to do. And if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. But I'm putting my money where my mouth is and actually like trying to do those things. And that's my playbook. So hopefully that's useful for anyone else looking to do the same.
That was great. We agree with all of that. That's what we're seeing on our end as well. And what I think is interesting is a shitload of work to do. Well, we're in an era of AI, which makes it easier for us to get lean and get more productive. But it doesn't just mean that you can it's just converged to being we can do stuff faster and more efficiently, but we've got more stuff to do.
Yeah, but even it changes everything else. Like, you will have a sales process for the agency, right? And that will probably be tagged to a CRM, like a HubSpot or anything like that you can then do marketing qualified leads in, get people on a call, sales qualified lead, evaluate the chances of them to succeed and convert. And then eventually, if they do convert, that becomes 100%. Like, now with AI, you can do all of this. Like, firstly, you have webhooks built into every step of the process, so you can automatically track it and update information on there. Then with AI, you can judge the quality and send that data back. For example, if you're running Google Ads for lead gen for like discovery calls and a client thing, now you can feed all of that data back to Google's AI for which person booked a call and then didn't go, learn from that. Which one then went to the second stage of the funnel that's measured exactly with the G-Cleared and where that led to in HubSpot for that. Which one then did the fourth or fifth ding and became a paying client, send that data back to Google Ads or whatever it is. That is the exact type of person I want even more on. Learn it from there and then send me more of those people. And so now you can shorten the process, use AI to automate your CRM with webhooks and automations for the most part, and become unbelievably effective on every single angle. And so really, it's like, if everyone's not using this to transform their sales teams, SEO teams, outreach, like scaling cold outreach is incredible now. Like, we built for the affiliate version of like an Instantly or a Smart Lead or a Clay within Affiliate Finder, and now all we have to do is scrape the website sitemap, scrape the brand and learn about the brand who's a customer of ours, and like build a persona of that brand, what they do, scrape the YouTube profile for that affiliate, put it all together, find the main topics that are most relevant to this brand, use that in the outreach email, and then automatically create the final thing for the pitch that's based on a specific kind of video that they've done that is most closely related to that brand. And now you can do all of that with AI now. So there's very little, like, you can do edits and tweaks and stuff, move it into your outreach tool, like Instantly, Clay, Apollo, Smart Lead, and then just go for it from there. And it's super targeted. Like, it's crazy what you can do now, and like how much more powerful and yet lean you can be with it now. And like, so much, it makes a lot of it easier. But it's also, it takes a lot of hard work to figure it out. And so like, it really does separate the weekend AIer with the obsessed person that wants to look at how it can do everything. Because with all of this stuff, like, everyone learns it in 6 months and it becomes commoditized. But if you're there 6 months early, you can make millions of dollars. And so it's just everything is like, every advantage becomes like the new level. But it's like, how quickly you're going to take advantage of that new level to double your business.
So, I mean, that's quite a lot you went through. And looking at your timeline, you've launched 3 businesses in the last year and acquired Answer Socrates. Like, how have you done that much in the past year? Is it like, what's your team like? Is it you running all these processes? Do you have a great team? How have you been able to do so much in the last year?
So within the software business, we have one engineer who works on Socrates, and then if we need help, we can contract in stuff. We have a partnerships manager who works across Socrates and also helps with the agency, like for some client work if it needs to be done, for just affiliate and influencer outreach, sponsorships and things like that. And then me and James Oliver, who owns half of Answer Socrates as well, who helps and things. On the Affiliate Finder and Dorsey side, we have 2 full-time engineers and a third person who we contract in for like UI stuff, and a designer that an agency for design that we contract in. Michelle, who is like a head of operations and like a lot of the marketing stuff as well as a full-time like partnership / sales manager who does all our outbound for the more enterprise stuff, like and a VA who supported prospecting and identifying prospects from there, and another partnerships manager for more, again, like affiliate focused stuff for those 2 brands. And so like I'm still pretty in on like product vision and like which feature we prioritizing being annoying with like, no, that UI component doesn't match the brand. Because another thing is like you mentioned the vibe code stuff. You've got to be so slick on UX now and like how lovely it looks. Because if you don't, you just smell a bit of the old vibe code, and that's the difference now. So you've got to be even nicer. Like Glenn Allsop calls it super pixels, and I love that. Like where like every single element you can tell the love and energy went in it, and like the signal of I spent a day on this thing that you only are going to see once, like is a visceral factor that your users will fall in love with you for. And so now with vibe coding making everything look homogeneous but very quick, the onus is on you to step up design like 2 levels to make sure everyone doesn't feel like it was built in a day and feels the love behind it. Like, and so that's another thing as well. Like the design, I think is going to be super important. So we've got a fairly large team, and it does cost a lot to run. But that's how we've chosen to do it, right? And so yeah, like I still am the blocker and the barrier in a lot of it, but I'm trying not to be so that they can run themselves without me. And like especially with the sales stuff, like it's locked in now, and I'm pretty happy with that, so that I'm not the person that's like responsible for like outbound and sales calls and taking people through and converting a monthly to an annual deal to, you know, increase LTV and things.
That's awesome, Matt. You've given us so much amazing insight, and I'm really happy that, like, I imagine it wasn't the best of times when that like 1.5 million deal went out the window. So, but you seem to be absolutely loving what you're doing now. So I think that's awesome to see. I know you've just released a new app, but what, just as we wrap up now, what are you most excited about for the future? And if people want to get in touch with you, where can they find you as well?
Sure. So yeah, on that, we just went and announced it a couple of days ago, the Gains app. So I've known Sammy Allard King for a long time, great guy, you know, invested in Up the Gains, and he's done a great job with it since. You know, I was meant to help with the SEO, and it became a mostly non-SEO business because of his talents growing the Instagram and the TikTok and the Facebook pages that now drive the vast majority of the traffic that aren't SEO based, and led to huge sponsorships with all these big financial brands. And so I had an idea when I was in Dubai a few months ago, and I was like, he's got all this influence in fintech. Like, why isn't he? And he's here to help save people money. Like, why don't you start a cashback app that helps people budget and save more money? And I texted him, I was like, mate, I've had the same idea. I was like, all right, well, let's figure it out then. So that devolved into this like much more like all-encompassing fintech app for budgeting. You connect your open banking accounts to be able to connect your bank and then link it through there. You can see all your transactions, see which recurring subscriptions you might want to cancel, set savings goals, and like what, and you know, do categorization. Did I spend too much in transport and Ubers this month, or drink too much coffee, or you know, all the same stuff. And well, like with AI now, what like people are just starting to do, but I think we can do better, is that you have a custom trained model that can ingest all your transaction data, completely private, read only, so that no one else can access it, not even the AI companies. You can then go, because dashboards are boring, and UI is like dashboards like 2023. Now with AI, we'll get to the level in a couple of years where everything is dynamic. A dashboard is based on what you want to see. Like a dashboard is a middle ground for where you should be going based on what you want to click. Now with AI more intelligence, you can just be shown where you want to go based on probabilistic matching. And that's how you want to get and be super dynamic based on what you want. We're not there yet. The tech doesn't exist. But like now, you can talk to your data rather than a dashboard and go, what did I spend this much on them? How can I budget better? And then it gives you a really good response. Then, based on that, it can help recommend cashback offers for how you can save money based on what you're already spending the most on and save you money. So it seems pretty cool. I think we can do a lot with that. I'll hopefully get it out in September. And all of the stuff we've been doing with influencers, referral tech, building viral SaaS apps that encourage people to, you know, word of mouth recommend it, kind of all feeds into this. As well as like, there's a lot of programmatic SEO for cashback offer pages for different brands and things like that we've learned from just the SEO stuff. And so very excited about that. And yeah, it hasn't come out yet, so I wasn't really talking about it as much, but we are very excited. We're raising money at the moment, trying to raise millions and millions and millions of dollars. And so if you are very rich and enjoy making money,
Yeah, that's when you
give
can
me
reach
all your
out.
money. There you go. And yeah, and if you want to find me, my name is Jamie IF. I am on Twitter and LinkedIn if you type in Jamie IF. My personal blog and newsletter are on increasing.com. We run answersocrates.com, which is a keyword research tool that you can use for free. We run affiliatefinder.ai, which is an affiliate recruitment tool for e-commerce, SaaS, iGaming, and other things. You can find your first 15 affiliates for completely free if you just put your website in, and we'll just show you who we think some great fit affiliates are. Then you get unlimited affiliates if you want to upgrade to a paid plan. We also have a free affiliate marketing tracking software called endorsely.com, where you can sign up, connect your Stripe, and then track and manage all your affiliates in there. And yeah, we'll have the Gains app out soon as well. If you want to check out any of those, feel welcome to, and I'd be very grateful. Let me know what you think if you do test them, and then we can build it to be better for you based on your feedback.
So I can't wait for the app to come out. I'm really excited to play with it. Jamie,
Yeah.
thank you so much for coming on. And are you going to Chiang Mai end of the year?
Most likely not. Like, if I get an invite to speak, I'll go. But if
Okay.
not, then no.
Well, we might see you at the end of the year. If
Yeah.
not, I'm sure we'll see you soon. Thanks,
For sure,
Jamie.
for sure.